Here, and I am so mad. So I am actually on holiday at the moment. I've got husband just getting dressed here. You don't want to see that. I've got daughter who has like she's just woken up from the ice age because she's a teenager, so and now is staring at me through a mop of hair, horrified. So we've had a wonderful week, but I thought I'd just pop on and say hello. I have filmed some footage. I think I was on the beach actually, and that's portrait footage, so sorry about that. But I'm going to take you on a quick tour around where I am, and I'll see you in a second. Okay, so here we are, and we're in a Eurocamp. It's a holiday that we booked 3 years ago, and we're in a place called Dunrell, in a lovely little town called Wassenaar. It's a Eurocamp, sort of standard mobile home style holiday. So I rotate round here. You can see the sort of, I'm sure you guys are well versed in that sort of thing. It's a perfect sort of holiday for us, particularly as Molly is now slightly older, so she's been really independent this week. And so my husband and I, let me just turn that way a little bit. We were getting people doing silly things in the background. That's so typical of my husband. We hired bikes for the week, look, so we got, which is great fun. Yeah, so we've got bikes down here. Yeah, so we each hired a bike, which is just lovely. We can cycle around the place. I think I've taken some pictures, so I will insert some of the pictures around here. But if I walk, yeah, it's just a lovely wooded area, the whole thing. Obviously you can see there's another person's one there, another one's there. I'm sure you guys are well versed in all of this, but look, so there's more of our bikes. But the whole campsite is just beautifully mature. It's not a campsite, it's actually, so you can see there, look, you've got all these lovely avenues. If I turn round, look. And then all the cars, generally speaking, the cars are parked up in car parks or alongside someone's accommodation, which is just lovely. But it is just the loveliest place. Today I am in an Olivia dress. Ooh. So you can't really see, and I've got it on with, can't really see yet, but I've got it on with trainers. Because yesterday we walked just over 10 miles. We went into Den Haag yesterday, which is just a bus ride away, which was lovely. But we decided to walk to one of the largest markets in Holland, and that turned out to be, yeah, in total about 6 miles, so it was a lot. Hopefully you might be able to hear the bells in the background. It's just lovely actually. When we were in Den Haag yesterday, there was a peal. There's lots of traditional sort of churches, and one of my favourite sounds is church bells, which is really lovely. So yeah, yesterday I had a lot of fun. Naturally I have been buying some fabric, and my wonderful husband, I mean honestly he's an absolute keeper, which just as well 25 years in, but he was googling yesterday morning fabric shops in Den Haag, and lo and behold we went to it, which was really lovely. I did buy some fabric, which I'll show you at some stage when I get back home, I think. But I bought some fabric there, so that was €10 a metre. It's like trouser weight fabric, which is really nice. The day before, a couple of days ago, I was in, where were we? It's all blended into one. Oh my word, cannot think where we were. Where did we go to? Oh, of course, we went to Amsterdam. We went to Amsterdam. It's Thursday today. On Monday we went to Amsterdam, and again we found, I need to look up the word for it. It's a beautiful Dutch word for a lampshade market or something like that. I'm sorry, I apologise to those who are actually Dutch, and thank you for your support of my channel. But yeah, I found a lovely fabric stall there, €2 a metre majority, which was amazing, and I look forward to showing you that. And then yesterday in Den Haag I bought the most amazing fabric, as well as this trouser fabric, which I look forward to showing you. So off to Delft today. which is our favourite place to be in Holland. Every Thursday they have a market. Over the years there has been fabric at the market. In fact, when I first went there, the whole market was fabric, and I'd only just started sewing then, and I found the whole thing a bit intimidating. So I didn't buy, or I bought the wrong sort of fabric then. That's what you do when you first start out. But hopefully there'll be a couple of fabric stores there today, and maybe I'll take some footage. But it is just the most beautiful town. It's just so traditional and absolutely beautiful. So I look forward to sharing some footage with you later. Slag is the word for cream, but anyway, that's where we are, and it's absolutely stunning. We're so lucky. I hope you can hear me okay, because it's very windy, obviously. We're so lucky with the weather. You can see the blue sky there. We've had some rain, but it's just stunning. Bike down here, and I'm in an Elysian bodysuit today, and my trusty Heyday dungarees. So I hope you can hear me. It is incredibly windy. Catch you later. Okay, so here we are on the last day, so I just thought I'd give you a quick spin round. Hi! This is our favourite restaurant here. This is Bagel Alley, and there's the gang just sitting there. So yeah, it's a beautiful day. Spin round. See a lovely. It's just such a lovely place. So, but. Yeah, I'll give you one more tour around. Unfortunately, the bells aren't working anymore. There used to be lovely church bells here. They don't seem to be working anymore. But there's beautiful sunshine. There you go. I'm not in Me Made today. I've actually bought something today. I bought something from the market, actually. Sort of a two-set. Sort of a nice ribbed outfit here. It's got wide legs. Not that you can see those. I'll show you that another time. But anyway, I'll catch up with you in a bit. Take care.
Hello everybody! So, I'm going to leave my glasses on actually. Here I am, back at home. Oh, what a week. So I've just been sitting here in my lovely summer house. It's the end of October, and just like we've had in Holland, it's literally been, you know, early 20s, well, you know, 15 plus, something like that, and today is no exception. So I'm back out in the summer house today, which is lovely, and I've been sitting here on this sofa editing the footage so far. So I appreciate there's been lots of clips of me talking randomly, some portrait and landscape footage, so thank you for staying with me this far. You're dying to see what I purchased, I hope, but I thought it'd be nice to slice in some pictures, footage of where I've been and what I've been up to. I have had the loveliest week. I look quite tired in some of the footage there, I think, and that's just how it is on holiday. I think sometimes you just sort of let yourself go a little bit. I did a lot of walking, a lot of biking, just generally had a lot of fun, but I do look quite tired, and I'm sorry about the sound quality on the beach footage, but I was on the beach, so what can you do? So I've got my door open today, so the no seagulls, doesn't seem to be the seagull time of year. I'm going to clean my glasses off a little bit here, but lots of birds tweetering and things, and I've got a whippet sitting down at my feet here, which is just lovely, that she doesn't jump up anymore. That's Lara. She's just, bless her, she's been away from them for a week, and my lovely mother-in-law has been staying, so thank you, looking after our dog-a-logs for us, and come back and she looks, you know, you've just been away from someone for a while. My lovely little doggy looks a bit older than she was, but she is an older lady. Yes, you are. That was her snorting in the background. So, oh my word, I had such a great time, and I have got the best husband in the world in terms of supporting my fabric habit. So thank you, honey. And that's him in the footage quite a bit this week, as well as my daughter and her boyfriend or friend, or not what they're calling themselves. She'll be horrified she's in any of the pictures. But he was very kind. I support his cycling habit. He's got lots and lots of road bikes, and he supports my fabric habit, so it's match made in heaven. But bless him, we specifically went to Amsterdam on Monday, because there is a market held on a Monday, and it said it was a fabric market. Actually it wasn't, it was just a standard market, and that's fine. It's really nice to go somewhere, it's a bit like saying you're going to London and then not specifically looking for anything in London. I think you could get a bit lost in a city like that. And we've been to Amsterdam once before, and didn't specifically look for anything, and I think with big towns you can be in danger of just finding the standard town bit. One of my local talk, Brighton is local to me, and I think you can end up being in the Brighton bit of Amsterdam, if that makes sense, you know, with a HEMA, or not HEMA, although there is a HEMA, obviously, you can't find one of those in Brighton, but like you got, I don't know, Dunkin' Donuts and KFC and McDonald's and things, and I didn't really want to go to Amsterdam to see them. So we sought out a market, and I will put some specific footage, or specific pictures, because I did actually only find really one fabric stall there that was suitable to me, but luckily for me it was the best one of the whole week, and my husband always encouraged me to, you know, go for it whilst I see it, and that was really good advice actually, because we traditionally would have purchased, I would have purchased fabric in Delft on the Thursday, but as it turns out, and as I'll talk through this, it turns out they were actually quite sad really, because there used to be sort of 8 or 9 really decent fabric stalls on in the market on Delft on the Thursday, and last week there was one, and it didn't sell anything that I could use for dressmaking, and that actually was quite often the case with the fabric stalls I saw. Lots of cottons, lots of plain cotton, lots of fabrics I just don't know what anyone does with, so it's a mystery to me. Not particularly crafting cottons, maybe polyesters, netting, some upholstery obviously, which makes sense, but luckily for me, in this one place, in Amsterdam, we did find it. And actually, if you're wondering where did I find out all these things, if you literally Google fabric markets in the Netherlands, there's only literally a couple of blogs that talk about where to find fabric, and everywhere I found was on those sites. So literally type in fabric market or fabric shops in the Netherlands, and I was lucky because I found most of them. But literally, we went to a different market on a different day, and I ended up buying one of these sort of laundry bags, I think they're called, in order to house them. But let's show you what I got. So this is the first fabric stall I went to, and all of these fabrics were €2 a metre. I mean, that's insane. I mean, once upon a time the euro used to be, the pound used to be strong against the euro. It's not the case for anyone anymore, I don't think. But so approximately £2 a metre. And this is a glorious, I think the colour's coming up pretty true there. It is a lovely sort of Christmas red, if you like, a berry red. It's quite drapey, a little bit farther away in footage than I used to be, normally am. But it's a lovely red drapey jersey. It's got a little bit of stretch in the crossways, none really in the lengthways. And I'm going to hope that there's a Black Friday sale, because there's a particular pattern from Sew Over It that I want to pick up, and if there isn't I will buy it anyway, but nearer the time. I'm going to make I think they call it the Giselle dress. It's the new dress that's got the tie at the side. Now I know I can't remember what order my films are going to come out in, but I did just make a new look dress with a tie on it, and that's incredibly similar, but it's not the same. I really want the ruching, so I'm going to make that as my Christmas party dress. I've got a works Christmas do to go to, and that is what I'm going to make. So I've got 3 metres of that. I'm just going to pile them up next to me. On the same stall, so again, €2 per metre, which is just crazy money. There's this glorious, look at this, it's like a panel print, so it repeats, that's the, ooh, knock my vase over. So that's the repeat, so I'm going to wear it that way, I think, yeah, that way. And this is a beautiful, it's Pontaroma. It's really quite thick, it's obviously white on the background, but look how much fun that is. I'm either going to make a heather dress, which you know I absolutely love, or my husband suggested quite a funky jumpsuit, which I think would be pretty cool. But that is amazing, and I got 2 metres of that one, I think, or maybe 2.5, I think probably 2 metres out of that fabric. Look how lovely is that? Such lovely fun autumnal colours. Genuinely cannot wait to make something out of that. So I've got neighbours in the garden there. And a couple more from the same stall. So this one is a lovely burnt orange, and this again was €2 a metre. This is actually a knit fabric, so it's actually a little bit sheer. Yeah, you can see my face through that, but that won't matter when it's on my skin. It's actually a very similar fabric to the jumper I'm wearing today. Today this is a shop bought jumper that I bought centuries ago, but I have got it on with my red rust Aina trousers, Fine Named Clothing, because it's that warm today. I put my dungarees on today and then I was like, oh, I'm too hot actually. But this fabric, oh, how dreamy is this? Just dreamy, lovely and drapey. And my vision for this is to actually make a cowl neck jumper. So you can see there how that would drape similarly to this. But also I'm going to put an inspiration shot in. I'm pretty sure I've got 2 metres this. That might just be enough to make 2 things. But I saw this, and I'm going to move to one side so I can put the picture in. I saw this top. Now it's like a tunic, a sleeveless tunic, sort of slightly higher neckline. So I'm thinking something like the toaster, but because it's floppy, it'll sit. And then it's was sleeveless, and it was a bit like a tunic length, so to mid-thigh, but sleeveless, so that I could wear it over the top of something like this, or a cream top. I just thought that would be so much fun, so I'll put the inspirational photo for that here. But it's super soft, and again, an absolute steal. And then the last fabric I bought from that particular stall was this. Oh my word, look at this. How lovely is that? I hope that's coming up all right. Yeah. It's got birds on it, and it's actually a sheer, me standing up here, yeah, you can see it there, look, so it's a sheer stretch mesh fabric, which I've not really seen before, but thought the colours in that are absolutely magical. And I thought it was really well timed. Look at that, isn't that lovely? So autumnal, it actually goes really, ooh, what's that? That's some sort of fly in here. Goes really well with that one actually, which is really nice. Not that I'm intending to coordinate it in any way. But, oh my goodness, what's her name? There's a YouTuber. She runs her own Pattern Scout, I think her name is. I will put the details on the screen here. She's just drafted herself a sort of, it wasn't a cowl neck, but it turned out to have a little bit of cowl because of the drape of the fabric. She just drafted herself a couple of tops making out of this stretch mesh, and I have to say I thought it was really inspirational, and I'm going to re-watch her video and basically copy what she's done. She made a lovely top with a sort of a lettuce edge neckline on it, and she also made an absolutely stunning ruched button-up shirt, which I thought was lovely, out of the same sort of fabric as this. And then the idea is you wear a camisole underneath it, obviously, but I just thought that was magical. Never ever seen anything like that for sale before, and certainly not at €2 a metre. So absolutely lovely. So that was in Amsterdam, and that was on the Monday, which was just lovely. And then where did we go? So Monday was Amsterdam. Tuesday we had a sort of day at the site and had a wander around, and Wassenaar is just so pretty. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, so I apologise, but it's just a lovely place. And we stayed in a place called Dunirel, which is like a Euro camp sort of campsite with lots of activities and things. I will pop some pictures in, so you got like the tiki bed, which is the swimming pool here. I didn't take any pictures of the rides or anything like that, but I'll put the name of it here, Dunral. It's just the loveliest place. I'm not on any commission or anything, but it is at least the 12th time we've been there. It's just super relaxing and suits us as a family perfectly. And then on the Wednesday, my husband and I decided to go by bus to Den Haag, which is something we've not done before. Now, Den Haag is a relatively large city. It's actually way more modern than we could have ever anticipated. We actually prefer the more traditional style of Delft and the older side of Amsterdam. But again, we just thought, let's use our time, let's explore. So we caught the bus, which was really exciting. And then, bless him, he Googled 2 fabric shops for me. And we ended up in one of the fabric shops, which I'll pop a picture of here. And I'm actually wearing an outfit there that I have made for the Felicity Fabrics team. And I've made the Heyday dungarees from Waves and Wild using a beautiful jumbo cord. So I will write a blog post about that, and that will appear soon, and it will also be all over my Instagram, etc, to support their beautiful company. So if you haven't headed over to Felicity Fabrics for a while, then please do, and don't forget you can use the code CARA10, which I'll put on the screen now, in order to get 10% off any purchases there. But that is a blog post product, so I dare say by the time this comes out, then my blog will be live anyway, so which is fine. So we went to a lovely fabric shop, and I'll put some pictures in. It was having been to the market. That's the trouble, isn't it? You go to the market and you've got sort of different extremes of what you would purchase. So you've got the fun sort of €2 purchases, and then this fabric shop was very much a investment shop, and the quality of the fabrics is miles apart, and that's what you pay for, isn't it? And in there I bought this fabric, which is a beautiful trouser weight fabric. It has got quite a bit of drape to it, so it's quite lightweight. I'd say it's probably about 6 to 8 ounce if you were measuring in denim. It's not in denim, it's got this, I hope you can see that, it's got a sort of a twill, yeah, you can see sort of a twill weave on it, which is really cool. It's black on the back, and then this glorious sort of, I don't know, mid-brown. They did have it in a slightly browner colour, but I've got some Persephone trousers in a dark brown cord. I just thought, oh, that with that, and that with this is quite special. And arriving soon, sorry about my pile of fabric here, arriving soon is the Little Miss So-and-So subscription kit, which I know I keep talking to you about, but that is arriving soon, and I've got something quite exciting to share with you about that. And let's just say this fabric will come into handy really in the future. once I've got that subscription box in my hands. So that's, yeah, just beautiful. What a lovely fabric. Can't wait to make trousers out of that, which is my plan. And then the last fabric, so Den Haag itself was quite modern. We did go into the fabric shop, and I'll put a picture of it here. I think it's called Tessuti actually. It's got 2 names. Again, it all came off that blog post, which if you just type in fabric shops in Den Haag, that's what it'll bring up. And then we like a market, we like a food market, just general, you know, of the local environment market. And my husband Googled that there was the largest market in Holland, in Den Haag, and it's on all the time. So we decided to walk there. 38-minute walk. It's not like I would leave my house now and walk 38 minutes to go somewhere, I don't think, but that's what we did, and it took us through all of the variety of different sort of architecture in Den Haag, and we got to see parts that we'd never see, and it was literally 6 miles or so, a long way. But we had a great time. I think I've taken a picture of my husband eating the fried fish, which is very popular in Holland. And I did take some general pictures, so I'll put some pictures up here of the market. And I didn't have any expectation to find fabric, although fabric does seem to be something that is part of a market. But again, there were lots of upholstery, there were 2 or 3 upholstery style fabric stalls, and 1 fabric stall that just, again, I just don't know what you would use that fabric for. I just don't. But I did find 1 chap selling fabric, sort of dressmaking fabric, and I bought something quite special. I'm gonna have to rummage a little bit. Now this fabric, I've never seen anything like this before. Oh my word. This, oh, look at this. Hang on, let me just try and get it. I'm gonna come right up close. And you see how amazing that fabric is. It's actually got a slight sparkle to it. I don't think you can see that, but in the fabric itself, there is interweaved in with different sort of like a, I don't know if it is sparkly. Actually, yeah, no, it is. Yeah, there's very slight gold speckles in it. Look at that. Now this is, it's almost like a knit. Well, it is a knit fabric. Look at that, it's just magical. I'm going to stand up and just fill the screen with it because that's how nice it is. Look at that. Look, how cool is that? It is totally different to anything I've ever seen. And it's actually on the Missoni website. So it's an ex-designer fabric, and it was marked up at £24.95 a metre, with €24.95 a metre. That's quite a lot for me, although that was in the sort of proper shops, if you like, that was the standard price, so 15 to 24 to 30 to 40 euros, because there was some fabulous fabrics, obviously. But on the day I went, there was 30% off, so I actually ended up buying this beautiful fabric for €10 a metre. It's glorious. So it's just woven on the back, but it's not unattractive. It's actually quite pretty. Look, you can see. It's just the reverse of that, obviously. And I am going to make a coatigan out of this. So I need your help, because I would like something very simple. I reckon I could probably make a harper out of this, and it'd be more like a coatigan than a cardigan, so that would be fine. But something between the Sapporo or a Nova coat, something like the Sew Over It cocoon coat, which I've tried to make in the past but didn't have any joy with that. I'm not that keen on the cocoon shape. It doesn't do anything for me because of my heavy top half. So I just need a really simple sort of coatigan. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it around me. I'm not sure which way. I'm not actually sure. I could have gone 2 ways and it went the wrong way. Oh my god, that's 7. So try and put it on the right side. Oh. Yeah, so I'm not sure if we're going to do it vertically or horizontally. Probably horizontal, I think. Yeah, like that. So if you imagine a coat made out of that, how cool is that going to be? I'm so pleased with that. But I want something with a slight collar, I think, although I'm going to do it so that it's the right side of the fabric. But yeah, just lovely. And then sort of every colour under the sun in this fabric. So of the fabrics I've bought, so obviously the plain one's better. But yeah, how much fun is that? I'm so pleased with that. So he was such a character, the guy, and I got 2.5 metres. Sorry about me standing up and sitting down. And I got 2.5 metres of this. So it's definitely going to be enough to make a nice long sort of duster, you know, like a long cardigan. So I'm definitely going to make something out of that. And as you know, my bomber jacket only took less than 1.2 metres of fabric. So I think a bomber jacket, if I have any left over, because let's face it, you know I can't have too many jackets in my life. But I just think that's so much fun. It's like a Technicolor Dreamcoat coat, isn't it? So I hope you enjoyed seeing all of those. Rattled through those a little bit, and my bag is now empty. It was such a great holiday. So I've got my stuff languishing here. It was such a great holiday, and we're back now. So we went from Saturday to Friday, and now we've got the weekend to recover, and we are both quite tired. My husband, bless him, did all the driving because we drove there, but it's a reasonable time scale, etc. We had an absolute steal of a time. It was brilliant, and yeah, I can't wait to get started on some of these things. So if you think of a pattern that would be suitable for my amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat fabric, I hope you like that as much as I do. It's quite light. It's actually quite lightweight, but I think it'd be nice and warm. And particularly the weather we're having at the moment, you don't actually need anything really heavy. But I'm going to make it big enough to wear jumpers in underneath and so on. Don't forget to subscribe. I've had some lovely new subscribers, and you know that I comment to every comment. So I love to hear from you wherever you are in the world. If you are from the Netherlands, I apologise heartily for any of the pronunciation of any of the words I've been using. I hope you can hear my absolute enthusiasm for that part of the world. I love it. And I look forward to seeing you all next time. Take care, everybody. Bye.